Fantastic, a 6-episode student production that documents and honours the Melbourne techno rave scene of the early 1990s. I am your host, Mad Rod, and we'll be chatting with some legendary DJs right next to me, all about the 90s party era, and then they will be spinning some stuff, some amazing tunes. DJ Pham, hello.
G'day, Rod. How are
Dave
you?
Pham.
Thank you very much for having me on.
Yes, there you go. So, yeah, you're more than welcome. I'm actually quite excited because the thing is, in all these years that we've all sort of known each other, I haven't really got to meet you properly.
Correct.
Even though you've played at my club and,
Yes.
and I've shopped at your shop when you're at DMC and
Correct.
stuff like that. It's just how it's a big city.
It is.
Really, when you think about it, do you know what I mean? Like, you know, you can sort of be next to someone at the same place and however it works. Now, let's go into some questions because you had sort of an interesting career. In this sort of field. So how and what inspired you to become a DJ, and was it difficult or easy for you at the time?
Look, probably happened, I guess, coincidentally, DJing, but grew out of the love for the music.
Right.
Stumbled on Kate Bathgate's show on Triple R and PBS and found the music that way.
Yeah.
Started following where the sounds were being played, and it all started from there, really.
Yeah, for sure. And so, for instance, when you decided, okay, I want to become a DJ, were you welcomed in? Because it was a very cutthroat back then, and a very smaller, a lot smaller industry.
Absolutely. Look, I was really lucky. I must admit, as a young DJ, collecting records and networking with, I guess people that were putting on parties. Became very good friends with Will. Yeah.
As in Willie Tell.
Willie Tell. Became good friends with Richie.
As in Richie Rich.
Richie Rich, sorry. Look, they supported me from a young age. A few other crews as well. Kevin Kalberg, Toby, Frank from Green Ant. Played at their shows. So, very lucky to get those gigs, but still was very competitive. Even though you're in the inner circle, it is very competitive.
Because I remember you coming in, and at that period that you came in, you had to be technical wizardry, do you know what I mean? And for me, you were, opposed to, maybe like, opposed to other people that have been doing longer. So I think also too, that actually maybe, this is a compliment, of course.
Thank you.
But that probably helped you too, along the way, that, you knew what you were doing. You'd obviously practiced.
Yeah,
so,
definitely. There were so many good DJs in Melbourne.
Well, of course.
The older crew was so good.
Of course.
The up-and-coming crew was so good.
But it did become more of a technical thing, do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Where people became really like, I love the music, but it's not technical enough. So then, then your sort of like era of how it went through into the 90s, I went to some parties and went, oh my God, this is like, this is sort of Carl Cox level, do you know what I mean? And because it became that famous in the country that you had to have that,
absolutely.
Opposed to like, several years beforehand, you just throw anything on, like, sort of like, and that's, we used to just dance and then think, oh, when the sort of like the mix didn't work,
absolutely,
so to speak. So, for instance, how did you source this stuff? Because I mentioned DMC.
Yes.
And how did you actually get into that realm?
Well, I guess I worked at DMC a little bit later on in life. Initially was record shopping at Central Station, like all the DJs
of course,
at the start. Where Steve and Willie were working. But I probably did most of my purchasing when Willie went to hardware. And bought a lot of music at Octave as well.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay,
I bought a lot of music at DMC. Rhythm and Soul. You just did the rounds. I mean, that pocket in South Yarra was all that hub of records.
Which we started. Thank you very much.
Yes, absolutely. But how good was it to go to a part of town and just go record shopping 4 or 5 shops
it was like
in
that.
one afternoon or over two days?
Yeah, I actually think that it actually helped Octave survive because Octave was so underground that when hardware came there, people went, oh, there's now 2. And then when, do you know what I mean? It's sort of like,
No, it was really good, I think, for everyone.
Most
it was
definitely.
A great hub.
And so, for instance, with this sort of music, like, do you think it was an important influence up to this point now in your life? Like, was it really that important?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, because some people don't think, do you know what I mean? They don't think that.
Look, it changed my life, really. I think the minute that I stumbled across techno sounds, acid house sounds, trance sounds, electronic sounds, and as they were developing, I think that my love for the music grew even more and more.
Yeah.
The more that producers refined what they were doing behind the desks, and new ideas of implementing, how about a little bit of techno with trance?
Okay.
How about a bit of breaks with trance or techno and a bit of a mix of everything? You know, that was fascinated me as a kid, and I just wanted to collect, and I think that's why my record collection is probably at a stupid sort of number at the moment, was because I was really collecting sounds as opposed to just a specific type of music as well.
So what about when you actually started working, because I mean, for you even to work at DMC, that's like a gift in itself, because there's so many people. Because they come to me and go, and I'll go and see Stu. And Stu would call me and go, don't send them to me. Because it was like that, do you know what I mean? Everyone wanted to work in a record store.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so you're very fortunate.
I was.
So did that, you now being behind the counter, dealing with all these people like you once were, like, I want this.
Yes.
That would have been quite educational in itself.
Oh, that was amazing.
Yeah.
You know, one of the best jobs, if not probably the best job that I've had.
Really?
Daytime, for sure.
Yeah.
Just because you just got to see all your friends and made new friends.
Yeah, and got paid for it.
And that's right. Well, to be honest, I probably walked out with minus every week because when a shipment would come, you would spend more than you earn.
I understand.
And you owe the shop $200 at the end of the week.
Yeah, no, I understand. Yeah,
so,
I did that.
But that was fun. You know, I'd do it again.
Yeah, I forgot about that, because when I worked in the mid-'80s in Central Station, I remember Mum saying, got a job?
Yeah.
Because I'm asking her for money, because all the records, do you know what I mean? Now, talking about sort of more when you first started and maybe when you were sort of a bit more of a novice DJ, what about the atmosphere of you as a punter back then? Do you know what I mean? How did that sort of, like, you know, because there's just nothing really like that in this day and age, even though people say there is, but I still don't think there is somehow, you know.
Yeah, look, it's so hard to recreate, right? Because I think back then, particularly I went out probably 93 was when I sneaked in my first underground club at Sector 3 as an underager.
And that's pretty early to see really what was going on.
Definitely.
I mean, you really saw it, do you know what I mean?
But, I mean, that's a very occasional, because I then had a bit of a gap until I could go out again because I was 18.
Yeah, exactly.
That was just a
so
once-off
you're very
thing.
sort of being naughty underage.
Very much so.
Right,
very much so.
Like most actually people in Melbourne did. So, like, you know.
No, it was definitely the atmosphere and I guess probably the stages of where Melbourne was at with its development of sound,
of course,
was what just grabbed you in. And you just you couldn't get out. You didn't want to get out. You know, it was you just became so passionate about all the sounds, and you want to hear what else was coming tomorrow.
Yeah. And so, is there a favourite highlight in your career as a DJ or a punter or both that you think, you know, you tell your kids about, so to speak? Like, oh my God, and you know.
Look, it's hard to pinpoint it to one. For me, I guess it's probably it comes down to probably supporting some of your heroes that I grew up buying the records and went, oh my God, I've just been booked and I'm going to warm up for Jeff Mills or I'm going to warm up for Derek May or what have you, and all of a sudden this dream...
We became stars at that point.
Absolutely.
When we started, they were just, no one knew them.
That's
do you know
right.
what I mean? So it's quite interesting, like global stars too.
Definitely. Definitely. So like just to be able to share the stage with them was pretty incredible.
And so is there anything that you miss about those times that you'd like to recreate? Because we're going to go into actually what you're doing now in a minute or so. So
probably one of the things that probably I miss the most is probably the unity of the crowd. I think that's probably one of the things.
As Richard has said too.
Oh, so, right, okay, So that's the development of the music. It's very hard to recreate that because you only get that. That's once in a lifetime experience. And I know that the kids these days will experience techno and a few other sounds for the first time. But it's not going to be when it was just born as well.
And so in you saying that, now, because you're still, you know, in this currently and doing things we'll discuss in a second, is that basically what do you think about when you go out there and see the new generation and the new music and stuff like that, opposed to what you first saw and when you became a professional DJ?
Look, I'm really excited about the new music that's coming out.
Interesting.
You know, there's amazing techno coming from Spain, Japan. You know, Europe's doing a lot of. Germany's doing amazing records. The Detroit guys are still doing amazing.
Are you collecting this yourself? Being
Absolutely.
a sort of a crazy collector, so to speak.
Absolutely. Look, now it's all digital though.
Of course,
which is a lot lighter on the pocket.
Yeah.
And it's still.
And also on the back. Absolutely. Because you don't have to carry this thing around.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, a 50-year-old back doesn't.
Yeah. But can I say, because I used to be a crazy record collector until I sort of gave all mine to Ides, is that like, and I'm talking about like I collected, you know, for like 50 years of records, is that do you miss the actual analog sort of ness of a record, just actually holding it and going, this is my favourite track, you know,
just,
sort of
just
stuff.
even in the last couple of weeks, putting some records together for this show, just it all comes back how much you miss this format.
For sure.
You've got to work a little bit harder behind the decks than on CDJs, of course, but just the craft of getting it right with the pitch and how it sounds, how needle and a groove sounds and everything like that, all the nuances. It's really an experience as well that you don't get on
But I've noticed
digital.
too, a lot of stuff is being repressed or re-released or new pressings on vinyl in certain places,
It is.
do you know what I mean? So, which is quite interesting that people want to support that if it's only like 1,000 sort of copies or something.
Yeah,
you know,
no, it has spiked up. Record sales has actually spiked up in the last couple of years.
Yeah, so because that's what, you know, I did my research also before I did this, just so I really knew what was going on, do you know what I mean? So, because even when I'm in Thailand, people are buying records everywhere. I'm like, and there's record players everywhere. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's right.
maybe not to our sort of high-end calibre that we're used to as DJs.
But select a few ones and twos.
Yes, there you go. Now let's talk just briefly before you go and DJ for us. So what can we expect? Because you just did one of your parties recently.
Yes.
Rave Signal.
Correct.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Now Rave Signal also, wasn't that a track?
CJ Boland is a big hero of mine.
Yep. And I actually know this person. He's an amazing person.
Yes.
So yes, or we all do, of course.
Yes,
so, yeah.
of course.
Yeah. And so what influenced you? And your partner was talking about this before, as like, you know, this is an exciting thing, and people are our age and la la. So with that, the last one into the next one, so close to each other pretty much, it must have been very successful for you to go, right, let's just do this.
It was, look, and I guess we got some great feedback.
Yep.
You know, a little bit of a reunion for a lot of the older kids that came.
Yeah.
The newer kids got to experience something.
Oh, so
from
some youngest.
So the youngest as well. So we had a pretty good turnout for the first show. Yeah. And it really inspired us.
Yeah. What about your own offspring? Did you?
Well, she's almost at the age.
Okay, all right.
There. But she does love the music. And she's starting to learn at home and things like that. Yeah. But yeah, she's just not going to be far off.
Yeah.
Look, we're very excited to the second show, which is going to be a daytime show, which means that it's very friendly for older kids and younger kids.
For the techno frames, like, you know.
Exactly.
And so just to give it a bit of a plug before you go on.
Sure.
So give us a plug. So what's actually who, what, where, why?
It's
Seth's been texting me going, rah.
Look, Seth's been, you know, so helpful and instrumental to help him put this together.
Yeah, wonderful.
Along with Jasmine, my partner.
Yeah. And doing it from afar too.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
Remotely.
Invaluable, his help.
So, yeah.
So we're doing it at Howler on the 15th of December.
Yep.
It's going to be a day party.
Yep.
We're going to have a representation of 90 to 95.
Wow.
Which is going to be Jeff Tyler is playing, Astro Boy, Nimmo, Simon Coyle, and myself will do the 90 to 95.
Yeah. So it's almost like a sort of like some of the hardware boys.
That's right,
like,
exactly.
Yeah,
that's
interesting.
It. And then 95 to 2000.
Oh, wow.
We've got Mike Calendar, Ben Cromack, Dave Rankin, Matty Radovich.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That'd be really interesting.
So
there you go. And not to say the price, but these are sort of like a good price and things like that. They're not like these sort of like hundreds of dollars type stuff.
We want to make it friendly.
Of course,
our aim is really to try to get people together and have enough money to make the next show.
Of course,
you know? And hopefully you can build up to maybe bring out, you know, someone from 30 years ago and all of those things.
Wonderful. Well, I really wish you the best of luck with that.
Thank you.
Because the thing is that, like, it needs to happen. Because, I mean, like, you know, Nimmo and Seth were doing that, and now it's sort of, you're sort of taking the torch.
They're part of it.
Well,
all of them are now part of it, which is beautiful. What the beautiful thing about this project is, we want to make it really inclusive.
Yeah, for sure.
But we also want the young ones to come to see, this is the music that what you're hearing now, it came from this record, so they hear that sample and go, oh, is that the original track?
Yeah, for
you
sure.
know, and have that little bit of...
And I guess too, if you get like a lot of sort of like more the young'uns coming through, they will tell their friends, and you'll sort of get there, and all the sort of there'll be all young people.
Well, it's going to be a big mix, you know.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, of course, there's going to be a few of the oldies.
Of course.
Yeah,
of course.
Quite a few of the oldies. Helen.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, look, I should leave it there. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time. And you're going to play, just in a nutshell, is there something that you're going to do?
A couple of my favourite 90s record, along with some that really stood out for me. Some local music, you know, of my favourite local producers.
Sure.
I'm going to get a run in there. So, yeah, whatever I can fit into the time frame, I guess.
Yeah, no worries. Okay. Well, look, I'll let you go over there and I'll sort of like sign out and stuff like that. So, yeah, you'll be assisted by one of our beautiful staff here to leave to go over there.
Wonderful.
And then I'll sort of just like, I'll just cue you in somehow. Okay. Thank you. And so thank you so much for everyone that tuned in to Rave Fantastic, and thank you to all the students and production crew who presented this with all the Melbourne hidden DJ gems like Nimmo, Ides, Andrew Till, Dom Hogan, Richard Tropea, and of course Dave Pham. And everyone, all of you, did a great job. Thank you for everyone who watched. And also, just so you all know, there's a lot of people here. I want everyone to scream. Congratulations to yourselves, everyone. Yay! Woo! In all the sort of area, rah, rah, rah. Anyway, we'll see you next year. Lots of love. I'm Mad Rod signing off. DJ Dave Pham, here we go.
unidentified waver got stuck in the speakers for some time. And if you're stuck in a K-hole and can't comprehend, a new frequency from the next DJ is about to begin. With a house flavor, a little techno will make you go.